Rima Hassan has made headlines again, but this time, it's not for what you might expect. As a European Parliament member with a strong background in activism, she's just dropped a bold statement. The Sahara issue has nothing to do with Palestine. And honestly, her reasoning might surprise you. Let's break it down. Polisario front Algeria Morocco's presence in the Sahara, with Israel's occupation of Palestine. But Rima says, hold up, these are not the same thing. She points out that what's happening in Palestine is colonization deeply rooted in a Western imperialist agenda. The Sahara? That's a whole different story. According to Rima, the International Court of Justice itself recognizes real historical ties, cultural ties, and legal ties between Morocco and the Sahara. That's simply not the case with Israel and Palestine. So, drawing a direct comparison just doesn't work. But here's the twist. Rima herself used to support the pro-Algeria lobby. She marched in Paris with Polisario members and visited Algiers as her first trip as an MEP. Now, by calling the Sahara dispute a regional issue between Morocco and Algeria, she's shattered decades of Algerian propaganda, and the reaction has been fierce. Some accuse her of bias toward Morocco, but she insists she's just stating historical facts. Rima also highlights Morocco's push for a Sahara autonomy plan, calling it pragmatic and consensual, an idea gaining traction internationally. So, no matter where you stand, it's clear the Sahara conflict and the Palestinian cause are two very different stories. And Rima Hassan's new stance is forcing everyone to rethink some old assumptions. Hassan emphasizes that Palestine faces colonization embedded in a Western imperialist program, which is not the case for the Sahara. The International Court of Justice recognizes historical, cultural, and legal ties with Morocco, which is not the case for Palestinians and Israelis. Her statement shattered decades of Algerian propaganda, exposing Algeria's central role in the conflict. The Sahara issue is essentially a regional dispute between Morocco and Algeria. This provoked anger from the Polisario front, who accused her of bias toward Morocco. Since 2007, Morocco has advocated for an autonomy plan viewed by many as the most pragmatic and consensual solution. This approach is gaining international traction, marking Hassan's significant shift from her previous position. The evidence is clear. These are two fundamentally different conflicts with distinct historical contexts, different legal frameworks, and separate geopolitical realities. Hassan's stance is forcing a fundamental rethinking of long-held assumptions about these conflicts. The distinction matters more than ever.